EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha's hot. 13.
Jackson looking to throw right away. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win. Jackson going to keep it.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. The Ravens at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
You look at the Steeler defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
And incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. Now he'll take, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Lewis Seen. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Arkansas. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 on 2nd down. 2nd and 5. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Whoa! Look, Ric Flair! What's that?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And this one too low. These two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Now a 2nd and 10. Goff going to shift him around. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Jackson. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing them?
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Still going inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So that's about as fortuitous of a bounce as you're going to find as it's scooped up and taken in for the touchdown.
And I love how you use the word fortuitous there because as that popped up, he just happened to be in the right place, grabbed it, and found his way into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Jackson to throw. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
We go tonight. 180. Tiger, Tiger. Cal, you won. What?
Now it's gone. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time.
Hey, hold on. Check.
They'll try to run this one in. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
There's gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
That's another Baltimore first down. First and 10.
Again, Jackson. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Pushing his way through. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Goff now looking to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Well, that's going to be incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
180. What's that?
To throw is gone. Now he's going to step up and run. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
180. 12.
Here's Goff. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 8 on this sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
12. Whirling. Hey, kill. Maverick. Horrible. Super 1. Ric Flair. Hey, let's go. Brown.
They're going to go for it. It's Goff. This is intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 80 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. And we've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Goff. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
20. Down you want. DC. 12. 5. Super. Hold on. Check. 12.
Here's Goff. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
That's good for the Steelers. 15. First down, Steelers.
Throwing again is gone. Now he'll tuck, and not willing to take a shot out of the pocket. He tucks it and goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Second down.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
180, 4 down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Now Jackson. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Report. No, we changed it.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Gone. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. He'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Goff. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Super. Hold on. Check. Listen.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Go, like 20. 5. 11. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. Yes, sir. Yes.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point now by Boswell. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Let go. 180. Go ahead. 180.
Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And a throw right sideline is complete. Now he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Ready? Alpha, sit hard. 180. Sit hard. Go.
Throwing is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. On his loop for the extra point. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Ravens 14.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Rick,
Back to throw. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Goff now to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Goff now looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Castro. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So they got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Goff throwing again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 48. This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Now it's gone. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try.
He's got him in, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And now the first throw for the backup cornerback. Back foot throw there is incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. It's Castro. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's caught for the Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, a 1-yard touchdown reception, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And now here is another interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the the Steelers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They go play action here on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 of the red zone. 141 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Operating from the gun, Daly. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daly. And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Fryermuth. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive will be the issue in the first half as well. And that's really unfortunate for them hard to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Daly over the middle, complete. That's Castro. And the Steelers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up. And it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. Gibson will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen coming in and report what they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Tyler Luke to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, you're almost in field goal position.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. There's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 26-yard line. Off play action. Daly. Throw left side complete. That's Castro. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Got it. Ready? Here we go. Set. 19.
Back to throw. Daly. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Steelers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch, and it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Jackson going to keep it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Late in the game, he's certainly doing everything in his power to buy time for his guys to make a play, but in this case, he's surrounded, and all he has room to do is to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's caught. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this, and Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up the efforts of this defense.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing to start the drive. Daly. His throw incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats again. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
to throw here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Castro. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you're going to take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Boswell's good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 39.
Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pull it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, their partner, because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Operating from the gun. Daly. He finds his man complete. It's Castro. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Quick throw there is incomplete. Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams back in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the...
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Past the 20. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. And at this point, after that return for a touchdown, I guess the only thing is you're asking what else could go wrong.
Not only that, I think that between the two of us, we thought this was over before. I believe now it's really over.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had a little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 9. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Into space at the 45. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Daly. And he'll throw this one away. But I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Running left, it's Warren. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
Ready? 5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down. Here we go.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 4th down, Daly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just haven't been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.